Hello. Hey everyone. I'm playing Spyro. Oh, let me move Spyro a little bit because he's a little bit not in the middle. I'll do that right now. But I'll talk a tiny bit. I play Spyro the Dragon. I've moved from Harry Potter to Spyro, so I'm no longer a Harry Potter runner, but and we will be doing any percent. Let me just move him a little bit this way for you guys. Oh, cool. You've done it already. Cool. Okay, the timer starts when we have first movement of Spyro, so we're just going to go into some cutscenes right now. So, what is Spyro the Dragon? Spyro is a tiny little purple dragon.
Oh, it's
And
here in the Five Worlds, or is
the
it
dragons are now going to
for a
insult
dragon's
Nasty
age?
Nork.
We now
Nasty
have
Nork is the
12,000
main
treasure
enemy. He's the
for
mean guy in this game.
What about
And
this
this big
Gingeswagtia
dragon
Nork
is going to
character?
call him
Now, I
ugly.
understand he's
And
found a
that
magic spell to
is
turn
going to
gems
make
into
him
warriors for his cause.
crystallize all the adult dragons in the kingdom. Because he's mean because they called him ugly, which I think is pretty fair. And the only reason why Spyro is not crystallized is because he's a baby dragon. So yeah, as you can see here, he's freezing all of them, but because Spyro is so
Looks like
small,
I've got some things to do.
we don't get crystallized. So our job is to save all the dragons, all the mean dragons. So the timer starts right about now. So this is a collectathon platforming game, and we will need to collect 50 dragons, 5 eggs, and 6,000 gems. Now the gems are the main thing in this game. They are definitely the main thing. The 50 dragons, we've got muscle memory and we know where all of those are and optimally where they are. The eggs, we can mix and match with eggs, but the gems are the main thing. So gems have different colors. We have the red gem, which is a 1 gem, the green gem, which is a 2 gem, blue 5, and gold, which is 10, and the pink gems are 25. So if I miss a 25, let me know. Scream it in chat if I miss a 25, because we need all the 25 gems we can get. Yeah. So another thing to talk about is Sparks. Sparks is the little yellow dragonfly, which is, you can see him right there. Sparks' main job, and he has an important job, is to collect the gems. He's also our health as well. So when we go down to blue Sparks, we've only got 2 hits. Then when we go down to green Sparks, oh no, I messed up. We have 1 more hit, and then we have no Sparks. And no Sparks means our movement gets pretty bad. Oh no, I'm visiting the beach twice. That's not good. It's because I'm talking and I'm a little bit nervous, but that's fine. So right here we're doing a jump. There we go. There's like loads of different movements in this game, but it is actually a very easy game to get into. So in this first homeworld, we need 10 dragons to leave. And the person who's stopping us from leaving is called, the person's name is called the balloonist. And the balloonist is the person who gives us all these challenges where it's like, I need 10 dragons, or I need 5 eggs, or I need 2,000 gems. So he's gonna stop us from leaving this realm. So we just go into all the different levels and collect as much as we can. So as I was thinking about what I was going to say during this run, I've been doing research on Spyro the Dragon, and I've come up with a load of fun facts. So if you guys want to get your note papers out and impress some of your friends next time you see them, I'll give you some great Spyro facts. So fact number 1, write this down. Spyro was meant to be green. But the reason why the developers didn't make him green is because he blended in with the grass. So then they thought, let's make him purple. So they did. And if I'm honest, he stands out a lot better than green. I'm gonna be going through loads of facts throughout this whole game because I've got so many for you. Yeah, they went with purple, because why not? So, in these first worlds, they're very easy because it is a children's game. If you didn't know, it's made for babies. So all the enemies don't really hit you. And right here, we're doing something called a wall glide, which I failed. But I'm going to do it again, because why not? Wall glides are one side of this game. Are like a cool strat you can do in this game. Boop. Cool. And now we're out of bounds, and we're just going to come over here because it's quicker to get this dragon over here. So there's some movements in this game, one of them being wall glides. Wall glides, if you glide up a wall, or like right next to a wall, you can maintain Spyro's height, but also you can gain height as well. It's like a certain angle. If the wall is a certain angle, then Spyro can fly up against it and increase his height. What else can I talk about? You've got something called flame charging. Flame charging is when you charge, flame charge. So you do it in like a frame or two. And when you do that by an enemy or a crate, you can have the gem home in on you, which saves a lot more time. The gems have hitboxes, which is how Sparks collects the gems. So if you go into those hitboxes, you can actually get the gems quicker. But if I'm honest, this game is quite an easy game to play. It's like if you're just starting out on this game, it is mostly movement based. And when you get better at the game, then you have to look into like all the little hard strats and stuff like that. So that fan chest I just hit at the start there, you can actually use it to attack enemies that are far away. So you may have heard like a guy go, ugh. I managed to hit the guy on top. So when I get closer to the guy, you'll see a 25 gem just laying on the floor. Normally 25s just don't lay on the floor. That will be the guy we just hit, and I'm going to show you another area where we can use the fan chest to hit enemies from far away, because we don't want to get close to them. So we're mostly just going to be focusing on our gem count because that's the hardest part of this game. So there's that 25 gem. That gem right there, we killed that guy at the bottom at the start of the level. Come down here, and now we're going to get our first egg. We need 5 eggs, and the na-na-na-na-na guys are the ones that hold the eggs. So if you hear them, the eggs are close by. We're entering Clifftown. Clifftown is one of my favorite levels. We first start off with a really, not hard jump, it's a tricky jump. Normally we do this at the end of the game if you was playing it casually. Oh, I messed up. But, wait, let me do it. There we go. Normally we have to finish the end of the level to get up there. I'm gonna go for a trick called Mama Proxy, if we get it. No, we didn't. So, depending on what skill level you're at, you can do loads of different things in this game. I'm doing the most basic, the basic of running, because it's a marathon. I wanted it to be basic as well. But there are things called Mama Proxies. You get special jumps. If you can do a great charge glide, you can get to places you shouldn't really be able to get to in this game. Give me that 5. No! No! Ignore that. Ignore that. That wasn't meant to happen. go. Oh no, because I died, the firework chest didn't open up there because I died. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna be missing out on a few gems. Probably like, how many gems is that? There's normally 2 10s in there, so we're missing out on like 25 gems-ish. But we can get those gems elsewhere. So that's the fun part of any percent, is that we can collect gems wherever we need to go. So normally I have a set route, but I can change that if my gems are low. Normally I change that during the last few levels because there's more higher gems in the last couple of levels. Come down here, get these. Cool. Right, now I need to be on the lookout for more gems. This guy's in the way, move. So now we're going into Dr. Shemp, which is our first boss level, but we're not actually going to kill the boss in this level because he takes too long. You have to hit him 3 times, and we're not about that. Plus, he doesn't give you that many gems. Will I go for Rat Proxy? I'll give it a go. Why not? Why not give it a go? Because I'm low on gems, I'm going to come up here and grab this. There we go. Oh, proxies. So, in this game, there's not many proxies, but a proxy is when your hitbox collides with another hitbox, normally with like a dead fodder. Fodder is the things that Sparks eats to regain health. So if you see me getting like a chicken or a sheep or a frog, that's the fodder. We can use those to proxy into if we get like a squeeze. We use their dead body and we squeeze our body in there. Spyro will shoot up or shoot forward or shoot in a direction. Right. Fact number 2, write this down, guys, write this down. The Spyro flying levels were made by a NASA engineer. That's why the flight levels are actually really good. And Spyro controls really well because of that NASA engineer. Also, if I fly really close to the water, Spyro gains more speed. So you'll see me going like closer to the bomb. Because speed, and this is a speed run. Also, there's a flight level in every realm. We didn't do the first one because it's the longest flight, and it's the biggest, so everything is out of the way. We need to flame and collect all of these things, and we get 300 gems at the end of the flight level, which is definitely worth it for the amount of time we spend in here. So definitely worth it. Also, I'm wearing my Spyro jumper. It's really hot and I'm wearing a Christmas jumper, so. We've got our second egg. Right, Ice Cavern. What can I say about Ice Cavern? It's icy, it's got nice music. It's probably my second favorite level. It's got really good movement in this level. If you can nail down the movement, it feels really good to get all the gems and stuff. So there I did a roll. So Spyro, in only Spyro 1, Spyro can do these rolls. And throughout the game, you'll see me doing rolls near dragons. The reason why I do that is because the pedestal there's a thing called dragon angles. And when you hit the pedestal in a certain place, it limits, there's less time on Spyro moving to a place. Spyro has like a set position he needs to go to before the dragon can open up, and he must get to that location. So let me just hit the dragon at the back there. Spyro has to walk all the way back there and to the front. So I need to hit the dragon angles, because it does save quite a bit of time if you get them all in the correct angles. The movement in Hundo is insane. 100%, as you can tell, you have to collect all the gems and kill all the enemies. Because all the enemies have gems in them. And because I'm low on gems, let me grab that. Let me grab that. Let me grab you. Cool. So again, I have to go to the front of the dragon because it saves some time. So right, we've gotten our next goal, which was, I think it's 2,000 gems. I always don't know what he needs for that, but normally he wants gems here. I think it's like 2,000 gems or 1,200. I'm not too sure, but that doesn't matter because you always have enough gems. The next one we need is 5 eggs. So we're still low on eggs. We still don't have the correct. We've only got 2 eggs. But we don't have to worry about that. We're gonna leave that guy because we got an extra egg anyway. Okay, right here, I'm gonna use the fan chest to hit the guy up there. Oh, I hit the guy next to him. No, I needed the other guy. That's fine, we can come back and get him. But as you saw, you can use the fan chest. If you position yourself, you can hit the enemy with the fan chest if you just like look in the right direction. $1,002 gems. Thank you. 1,200 gems. That's what the balloonist wanted. Ooh, my timing's a bit off. The cycles are a bit dodgy. No, I need that 10. So I'm gonna show you this thing. The makers of this game actually forgot to do something here in this level, which makes it a lot easier for us speedrunners to get everything and complete this level, because this level is kind of a big level. I'm gonna get that life there, because I need the lives because I lost a few lives. So after I get the next dragon, I will show you something. Should be 10 dragons, what? 12,000, 5 eggs. Alright. Okay, right here. I'm gonna fly into this wall. I'm flying. Oh! They forgot to put collision there, so you can just go straight through it. Probably one of the only places in any percent that you kind of go out of bounds easily like that. 10 dragons, 1,200 treasure, 5 eggs, 50 dragons, and 6,000. Yeah. Right, because I forgot you. Okay, never mind. Because I forgot you, I'll leave you there. So in this level, we're going to be introduced to a new thing. We're going to be introduced to speed charge. Super speed charging, which is where Spyro will hit a ramp and he will become a lot faster when he charges. Supercharge, thank you. Couldn't get the word out. This supercharge will only be a small little one as well, so. Speeding. Alright. Designing the game, since honestly you can go through any percent without any huge requirements. I mean, getting the 6,000 gems is probably the biggest requirement. And at the time, they probably thought, oh, 50 dragons is a lot of dragons. Cool. I'll say another Spyro fact, so get your note pens out. I've got a Harry Potter and Spyro fact coming up. This Spyro is not related to the one I'm playing right now, but in A Hero's Tale, Spyro A Hero's Tale, which is the 5th console game, there's actually some test levels in A Hero's Tale, which is Hogwarts. The people who made A Hero's Tale also made Hogwarts on, I think it's the 2nd Xbox game. So, Chamber of Secrets on Xbox. Or GameCube, or both. So there's actually, if you can manage to get into the test levels, you can find the whole of Hogwarts and you can find Hagrid's hut hidden in there. Come here. Right, well, we're about to do one of the longest and hardest supercharges. So I'm going to be quiet for a second and hopefully get it, please. Nice. So with supercharging, when you jump with a supercharge, it's kind of, your jump is delayed in a way, and I don't know how to explain it. You need to delay your jump so you can get like the correct jumping time. But yeah, you made it look easier than it actually is. If you're really good, you can get a lot more gems in that. I missed a few gems, but I'm happy I got it. And I missed the big guy. That's fine. We can get him after. Oh, I got him, nice. I wanted to get the big guy first because he spawns in all the enemies a lot quicker if you kill him straight away. Cool. And this is Lucas. Lucas has a lot of history. Lucas is what started off Vortex percent. Vortex is actually, I'd say, nearly a more popular category than any percent. Vortex is a cheat category where you unlock all of the worlds already and you just get to the Vortex as fast as you can, which is nearly found in every level except the flight levels. I'm gonna try for something here. Okay, cool. So Boulder, which is the dragon in front of this level, you can get him by entering the back of the level in a certain angle. So hopefully when I come out, we don't have to collect him because we already collected him while entering this level. And I missed all of the blades. Come on, there we go. Nice. Grab these guys. There we go. We can do a thing in the flight levels. Normally when you finish a flight level, Spyro has an animation where he does like a rolly, he does like a backflip but in flight. But as long as we hit something, if we fly into it, we can cancel that out and it saves a little bit of time. So you'll see me flying into things at the end of flight levels. And this is technically, yeah, this is our first boss fight. Our first mini boss fight. Can you cancel via drowning this game? I believe you can if you're like Taz level. If you do it on a Taz, I think you can. You can actually quit the game, quit the level if you're fast enough, but that's like Taz as well. Ah. I flamed him, why didn't he die? So this level is probably the best for gems because there's so many 10 gems. So many gems in this level, so if you miss any, it's quite bad. So we also use rolling to roll into gems when a fountain comes up. That's called like a gem fountain when an enemy dies or a firework chest opens up. So now we got our 5 eggs. We can go to Tuco and we can go to the next homeworld, which is Beastmakers, which I would say is the hardest world because the enemies in this level are mean, like really mean. So you've got a level called Misty Bog, which is probably, I'd say most people struggle with the most. It's got some really mean enemies in it. Yeah, and the frogs. The frogs, the trees. Everything in Misty Bog wants to kill you. So it's a very scary level. So I took damage there, so I wouldn't take damage hitting the firework chest, but I missed one of the firework chests, so I'm a little sad about that, but that's fine. So we're going into the next flight level. Yeah, if you look at them, they will hit you. So we're gonna try and avoid looking at them. Yeah, Treetops is also in this homeworld, which is, I'd say, pretty hard level as well. That's why I'd say it's the hardest home level, or realm. I have to be close, not to go too close to the wall, because if you enter the water, you have to reset and do the whole level again. So I'm going very close to maintain speed, but also not too close to restart. And there we have the ceiling to cancel out the end animation. When he did the Spyro interview for the PS1 demo disc. Oh, another fun fact here, you just said it. Stuart Copeland, the drummer from The Police, if you know who that is, probably like a really young audience. He's like meant to be one of the best drummers in like the world, I think. I read it in an interview. He's like meant to be really good at drumming. He did all the music for Spyro 1, 2, and 3, and a bit for 4. But he's meant to be one of the best drummers in the world, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. No other game can say that, can it? So this is Misty. Misty Bog used to give me nightmares as a child. It's mostly the trees that made me scared. So these trees are kinda RNG, if I can say that. They kinda go at their own pace or distance. They kinda make it up on the spot. Sometimes they'll go for you, sometimes they won't. Gems. We're really lucky they're not hitting us. Nice. I haven't been hit, that's pretty good. Oh, let me leave this. So, I'm leaving this dragon run because half of them have been voiced by Clancy Brown, who is the voice actor for Mr. Krabs. He does like a lot of voice acting for a lot of video games and TV shows, and just acting in general, but he voiced half of the adult dragons in this game. Grab that, because I want it. Oh, I didn't get it. Nice. Now, we're probably going into one of the hardest rooms in this whole game. The speedrunners nickname it Guantanamo Bay because, I don't know why. It's a hard level. There's a lot of enemies in a small amount of space. And they all have large hitboxes to hit you. So if I come out with no damage, that will be amazing. Ooh, he nearly got me. Oh, okay. There we go. One hit. Ooh, let's go. Okay, that's clean-ish. That was pretty clean. I only took one hit, and I took one hit from the guy with the knife, which is a little bit sad. Normally you take hits from the frogs. The frogs are the ones that hit you the most. And we're gonna get the sneaky gem behind this tree, which is this nice 10. And now we're going into treetops, which, as a child, this level took me an extremely long time to figure out. But I'm not gonna do it the casual way. I'm going to do it the speedrun intended way. I actually see loads of adults play this game and struggle with this level as well. Grab that guy, because he's a 5. Still takes me forever to do Hundo. Hundo is, yeah, you have to die a lot in Hundo. We're gonna do this jump, right here. Normally, if you do this jump, I did my jump timed later. Normally, you can't reach this area. But if you just jump a little bit after you come off the ramp, you gain a lot of height, which allows you to come over here. You're actually meant to come over here by doing like multiple supercharges off of another ramp onto another ramp. It's like 5 ramps or something. It's normally hard to get to that area. I'm gonna grab this chicken because I need him. More than an hour to figure it out. Normally takes people a while. So as a child, I think I did okay if some adults took hours to do it. I'm gonna grab that because I want it. Okay, we're coming up to a trick. Hopefully I get it. Let me see if I get it first and then I'll talk about it. I didn't get it. Okay, we're gonna die and we're gonna go for it again. The trick I'm trying to do is called Stone Knot. There's a little bit of geometry that if we rub it, if we like hit it at a right angle, like a good angle, then we can get on top of this little mountain area. So let me try it again. Okay. Okay. You know what? Let's do it the casual way. Let's do it the casual way. Okay, this is how you do it casually. Just don't look if you've never played this game. So this is what you're meant to do. I would say that's probably the only thing I actually struggle with in this game is getting that. Shh, don't tell anyone I didn't do it the speedrunning way. No, that was about Harry Potter. So this was actually the first game I ever played on PlayStation. And was actually the first game I completed. Though I didn't complete it all in like one go, I was 4. So I think I probably completed it when I was like 5 or 6. But the other games I had for PS1 were Harry Potter, A Bug's Life, and a game called N2O, which I think is like, I don't think it managed to get to any other country, but it's a very weird game. So there I just did a wall glide. Yeah, if you just glide up against certain walls, you can maintain height or gain height. And this is the second to last mini boss we're fighting. His name is Metalhead. He's a robot. We have to kill his pylons so we can kill him. And this is the last dragon, Siddiqui. This is our last dragon. We like to think that he's Spyro's dad because he's purple.
All charged up to meet you.
As I don't think there are any other purple dragons in this game except for Spyro and Siddiqui. And because we got a key, I haven't mentioned anything about keys. In this game, you can get strong chests, which can only be opened by a key. And they have really good gems in them. Some of them do. Some of them don't as well. Because this is a fountain gem, we're gonna roll into it and then glide away. Alright, let me read that in a second. It's really hard to get down. If I'm honest, it's actually a really easy game. It takes a while to get used to movement and muscle memory, but if I'm honest, it's one of the easiest games out of the Spyro games. So, if you guys don't know, I may as well do a little bit of advertisement. Because Beaver, Flo, and Nixo have inspired me so much with their full series. At the time, I was actually playing Harry Potter, and I kind of watched them do all their full series, and I was like, I really want to do a full series, but I'm not a big enough Harry Potter fan to do that. Plus, I only played the PS1 games, so there's a lot more games I'd have to learn. And I'm not great with PC. I'm not the best at a PC, and PC is the main games in Harry Potter. So I thought about what games would I do a full series of, and Spyro is probably the one that I would do a full series of. So I'm currently learning all the Spyro games. I'm on the last GBA game at the moment, and I've only got a few. I'm over halfway through all of the Spyro games, and I can tell you which ones are easy and which ones are hard. I only have like a set amount of time to learn these games and get an okay pace in them before I move on to the next one. But I've been really enjoying it. But I can tell you, Spyro 1 is an easy game to get into. Spyro 3 is probably one of the hardest ones to get into. So, as we enter this level, we've come into the jester territory, where we have to use jesters to lower and higher things up. So we'll see those in the last level as well. So yeah, the flying feels really good in this game, and the remastered, Reignited trilogy, the remaster of this game, if I'm honest, they really messed up on the flying. The flying feels terrible in this game, and it's amazing how a brand new game can feel very bad, especially the flight levels are terrible in that game. But apart from that, it is really pretty game though. It's a pretty game. But flying, you like drift in that game, and it's terrible. Crash Purple or Spyro Orange? Wait, what? Oh, it's raining. Right, now this is where I look at it. This is the last level where we can collect 370. So this is the last level we'll be going. A few levels to go. Oh no, am I? Is it me? Yep. 3, 2, 1, go. So I waited for you guys. And because I was waiting so long, I actually got to the mystery track, which normally you don't get to. I didn't even know this song was in the background, so the music is very different to what you normally hear. So Stuart Copeland made like multiple tracks for each level, and then as you go further into the Spyros, he kind of gave up. Because if you get to Spyro 3, he uses the same track in some of the same levels. But in Spyro 1, there's like 2 to 3 tracks for each level, and it's very cool to hear all the different ones. So that was Jacques. Jacques is the last small boss. He has a lot of gems. And we've got 6,000 gems, which is what we needed. So now we're going to the last realm. And the balloonist is just like, yo, you got 6,000 gems? And you're like, yeah, I got 6,000 gems. So now we're off. We're off to the Nasty Realm, or the Forgotten Realm, or the Junkyard Realm, which is what it's called, because the dragons didn't like this realm, and they put Nasty there, because they didn't like him. I'm gonna grab this dragon, and I'll go for a rat. Let me see if I've only done it twice. It's a really hard thing, and it's RNG. I'll go for it once if he lines up well. So with this rat, if you charge into him at the right time, and you charge him into that little corner there, with his dead body, no. If he kind of goes next to you, it shoots you up, and you can stand on that portal, and then jump into the final world. It's the world record strat at the moment. There's actually six ways of entering Nasty fast, but we're not going to do that. We're going to do it the long way around. So we've just got a TNT boost right there. In these last home worlds, we actually have to exit through the vortex, so the next dragon head will open up and we can go into the next world. Yeah, that would be so hype if I got Rat Proxy. I've only gotten it twice. And those were in dead runs where it's like, you know what, fuck it, let's go for it. So now we're going into Twilight Harbor. You can actually skip this level as well. There's 2 ways you can skip it. TH skip, which requires a lot of skill, which I don't have. And tooth roll skip, where if you roll at a certain angle or up a tooth, you can gain height and get into the last home world. But I want you guys to see all the worlds, because they're actually kind of nice, especially these guys with guns. They shoot Doritos. In the Reignited trilogy, they got rid of it because it was too violent, so they kind of have like Splatoon guns where they shoot paint. But I kind of like the Dorito chip bullets. They look tasty. So now, that's the last vortex, and we'll be going into Nasty, which is the last level. So, we need to collect some keys from the thieves. They don't have eggs, they have keys this time. And we can do this by kind of manipulating them. So, over here we're going to glide, and then flame, and that kind of gets him. And with this one, we're going to hug this wall and charge him there. Normally, he goes the other direction, you have to chase him, and it takes a long while to chase him. But if you kind of like charge at him from a different angle, he'll go the opposite direction and you can just grab him there. So we're gonna play a nice chase game with Nasty. It doesn't matter how fast you go, because he has his own set pace. There is no rubber banding in this game, because there just isn't. I don't know if that existed back then. So we're gonna go into the lava room next, and when I next hit Nasty will be time. Cool, time. Yeah, and that's Spyro. I'm sorry about the whole cut out. I did wait for you guys.
Sorry, I took
But yeah. No, that's Spyro. If you enjoyed Spyro, I play all of the games. Feel free to give me a follow.
So now there's order again.
Yeah,
in the
and thank you
Dragon
for you guys for putting on Pottergone. And it's good that we got the
Will you do next?
things out of the way, so hopefully Potterthon can run nice and smoothly. So that'll be nice when that happens. But yeah, that's Spyro. It's one of the most popular ones. But I play the unpopular ones, which deserve love too, and they are actually really good games, just no one really knows about them. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and I hope you enjoy Flo's run. It's Aladdin, right? Yeah, I hope you enjoy that.